Hello everyone, my name is Chengwen Han. Today I will show you how to create a pivot table as well as the chart. Additionally, I will show you how to use them for a specific purpose. But first, we need to know what is pivot table. So pivot table is a program tool that allows you to reorganize and summarize the select column and the row of data in a spreadsheet or database table to obtain desired reports. So I will use this column, I will use this data called complaint reports from data.gov. Basically, this data is about what kind of complaints clients had toward the financial company in different states. From this data, I will specifically look for service that have most complaint, what company received the most complaints, channel complaints, and how many complaints the company received for the last couple of years. That being said, let's get started. By beginning, let's create a table. So you're gonna select, you're gonna click on the here, click anywhere over here, and click all the content by using Control A. Here we go, and go to the insert button and go to table. Since I already created, so it doesn't show, but you're gonna click on that table, and next thing I'm gonna do is gonna create the name. Go to the formula and create from selection. Make sure it's only top row, not the left, only top row. All right. After that, let's create the pivot table. I'm gonna mouse in anywhere into contact. Go to the insert pivot table. Boom. You already. I'm gonna go to the new worksheet. Click OK. So this time on my first pivot table, I'm gonna drag a product into the value, issue into the product into the row, issue into the value. As you can see, here's a bunch of and also make sure I want to remind you that this issue is shown value as a count of the issue. All right, and we're gonna, since already shown here, we're gonna create the chart. We're gonna create the cluster chart. So we're gonna go to here, click on to the column, cluster column over here. Click on that. And at the same time, I'm gonna create the slicer for product. Go to the insert slicer, product, create it. Click OK. See, it's shown over here. The next pivot table, go to the raw data again. Anywhere, and you click on mouse in anywhere in the contact. Go to insert pivot table. I'm gonna go to existing worksheet. Okay. Go to sheet 2. Go over here maybe, click on OK. See, now in this time I'm gonna drag on my second pivot table. I'm gonna drag company into the row and issue into the value. And the issue is we don't need that much company. We just need some worst performer in terms of complaint received. So we just need the top 10. So we're gonna do is you're gonna go to the row label, click on this. Go to the value feature, top 10, and it's the top 10 item of that kind of issue. Click on OK. Here we go. Here's the top 10 worst performer by complaints. And this time I'm gonna create the pie chart. Oh, not pie chart, bar chart. So I'm gonna go to here, bar chart, insert bar chart, to the bar, and then cluster bar. Okay, click on that. See. Here's the chart. So on my third pivot table, gonna go to the same thing again. Anywhere, click on anywhere in the contact. Go to the home. Go to insert pivot table, existing worksheet, sheet 2. Let's put the table over here. Click on OK. Here we go. In my third pivot table, I'm gonna drag the submit via into here, and I'm gonna drag the same thing over here. Go to the value. As you can see, this is all the channel complaints. Now, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show this value as percentage. So I'm gonna go to here, click on this value field setting, show value as. There's no calculation over here. Let's click on that. So, percentage grand total. Click on OK. So boom, there's a percentage. In this time, I'm going to create a pie chart. Since I have a percentage, go to the insert pie over here. Boom, that's it. And I'm also going to create a slicer for this pie chart. I'm gonna create insert slicer. Gonna go to, I'm gonna use for submit via, select on that, click on OK, boom, that's it. So we have a pie chart with slicer. Very good. Next, the last pivot table we're gonna create is about the year of complaints. So let's see, let's do the same thing over again. Anywhere in the contact pivot table, existing, let's go over here. All right, okay. And in my last one, the fourth one, we can drag states over here, and we're gonna date receive over here, and I'm gonna drag issue over the value. Since we live in New York, I'm more interested in New York State. So let's go to the row label, click on that. See a bunch of all the states over here. Let's gonna click on select all. See it is we're gonna just look for New York States over here under Nevada. Click on OK. Here we go. We have New York State of the company New York have received complaint. In this I'm gonna create a line chart, create an insert. Line chart is right here. No, let's go to over here. Line over here. Let's go to here. Great. This one, the first one. Click on OK. And with the slicer, we're gonna use insert slicer with the states. Okay, state over here. Click OK. Here we go. So here is the complaint New York and with as well states. So let's look at what I create for the dashboard with the pivot table. Here's what I create. Here's what I create, and with the dashboard. So so we can learn from this dashboard what I create. So let's, for example, let's see. Let's click on the mortgage. Since mortgage have the most complaints, click on mortgage. As you can see, all the this chart have been changed and adjusted. And the last thing, one thing I want to remind you, you have to do is you're gonna connect all the information together. So what we're gonna do is go to the chart, analyze, filter connection. Gonna collect all of this. Same thing as well as a slicer. You're gonna do the same thing for a slicer. Go to option, report connection. Gonna click all together. Okay. So as you can see, mortgage has the most complaints, and which company has the most complaint related to mortgage? Wells Fargo and Bank of America. And on my channel of complaints, we have 50% of people, and 50% people use the web, 35% referral to file complaints. On New York State, it's been showing steady decline. As you can see, in 2017, mortgage-related complaint had been dropped. So it's a good sign in New York City. So in conclusion, this pivot table helped me to decide which company I should choose and which company I should avoid. In this case, we have to avoid Wells Fargo related to the mortgage. So when I need to finance to purchase a home, automobile, and a business loan, it's really helpful to for me to decide which company should I choose, which company should I avoid in the future. So that's it. Thank you very much. Hopefully you can learn from me in this video.